Hello guys, it's me, the Myriadist, and today I'm going to talk to you not about religion, not this time. Today I'm talking about language and why I think it's important for everyone to learn more than one. I am guilty of only speaking one language fluently. I'm in the middle of learning French, and I speak, I would say, intermediate to good Esperanto. Those are two languages. The reason is why I think everyone should at least learn two, if not more. The reason I want to learn just as many as I can is partially to talk to people, but that's really not the reason. Here's a challenge for you. Can anyone out there, can you think of something that there's not an English word for? Any monoglot in one language. Say if you speak French and only French. I don't know why you're watching my English video. That doesn't make sense. Anyone out there who speaks only one language, think of something that your language doesn't have a word for. You can't do it. You can't fucking do it. Your brain is shaped by the language you speak. You are limited by your words. You're limited by your language. In fact, I mean, feel free to correct me in the comments if there's something in English that, like, something that you can think of that English doesn't have a word for. That's not just stupid. Like, obviously the word zorp or zargon or something was stupid. Like, a real thing there's not an English word for that you can think of, that you can still think of in English. It's really difficult. I'm incapable of it. I've devoted about an hour to it total, to be totally honest. I haven't thought too much. But it's honestly, you can't do it. No, at least I can't. Who knows? This is the internet. Some just magical language out there able to do that. Yeah, that's basically it. As I wanted to get that out. I'm not saying that, you know, I'm gonna hop on the tinfoil hat train of some government organization trying to restrict the language to restrict our thoughts and stuff. That's actually a hypothesis, not a hypothesis, an idea that's been explored in 1984, George Orwell, with the Duck-speak and the Newspeak ideas, that if the idea of crime, there was no word for it, could people still commit crime? I don't think so. I don't think that would make any sense to people. Like if there was no word, just nothing you could use to describe the color, like blue, how would you do it? Can you describe a color? No, you can't describe a fucking color. Your name is all we got here. And that's even a bad example. I'm talking like something obviously exists. If there was no word for personhood or human, there was no words that set us apart from a grasshopper, per se, would we think of ourselves as better than them? Or would we think we're just animals too? That's really interesting to think about. I really like thinking about this sort of thing. I believe there's a hypothesis out there somewhere. I forgot the name of it. Something in German. I will link it in the description if you want me to, guys. Actually, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna do it anyway. So that's just want to get that out there, that we should all be trying to learn languages. I mean, even if you don't want to use a language to speak to people, a language like Esperanto, to be totally honest, while I think it's an awesome language and really fun, I'm not going to be able to speak to too many people with it unless I go out of my way to do so. I'm not going to be able to use it too much. But Esperanto is incredibly diverse. Like, for example, the word love. That's it. There's nothing stronger on that spectrum. A really love. I really. Well, it's amas and amigas. You know, you just add the EG affix, and that just makes it of an increase of an order. That English has no equivalent other than adding the word really a bunch of times. And, you know, it's just one of those things that you could, and then, of course, Esperanto has a word for really. So, it's a concept of just an increase of a degree. 1 degree. That just doesn't exist in English, and I think that's really cool. It's a really versatile language. It's got a ton of affixes. The affix system and word building system is amazing, but this is not one of those pro Esperanto videos. Well, I'll probably do one of those later. I'm just getting this out there that I think we should all be learning more languages. That way we can think more. We can think about different things. We're not hindered by one language or two languages. I believe that if we all learned a bunch of different languages, we'd all be able to, you know, think of things that are outside. Imagine what's in the brain of someone who speaks only German. Are they thinking the same thing as you? And like, you know, because like when I say I'm going to do something, even when I say it in a language like Esperanto, which has a suffix that puts anything you say in the future tense, I still want to say the words I am going to, because that's what we say in English. Even in French, Esperanto, it doesn't matter, even though you don't, that's not the way you say it. You know, like, to say like, I'm going to sleep, or I'm going to the house, would just be like, mi iros la domo. Right? Like, I believe that's right. I'm pretty sure that's the correct. Mi iros la domo is, or maybe mi al iros al domo? Maybe, I don't know, I'm going to have to hit up Evil DSE and he'll see if he'll yell at me here. But yeah, that's my spiel on language. I'll link the hypothesis that I mentioned down in the description. If you like this sort of thing, I'm very much so happy to do this. This is very much spur of the moment type of video. I just turned on my camera, decided to talk. I will be doing things such as philosophy and other sort of things later on, and basically whenever I feel like it. So have a nice night, guys. If you like this video, like it, favorite if you want to, and if you like this sort of content, subscribe so you can get more. Alright, this is the Myriadist. Oh, Captain, my Captain. Au revoir.